Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now today I have more news for you, so let's get directly into it. As you can see, Representative Illhan Omar compares impeaching Trump to holding a murderer accountable. Which is not a good comparison. I mean, we can just see that right off of the bat. We don't even have to read up on the context of this. That's ridiculous. But let's go ahead and look at more. Maybe something will change our minds, because clearly, as everyone knows, Trump is responsible for everyone who has died during his presidency, even the people who have died in car crashes. It was Trump's fault. Now, let's continue on. Progressive Democrat Representative Illhan Omar recently argued that efforts to impeach President Trump are similar to the need to hold a murderer accountable for their crimes. Which, I just have to say this right off the bat, that's a bit insulting to anyone who has, been murdered, or the families of those who have been murdered, because there is a clear difference. There is a clear distinction to a political adversary, between a political adversary and a murderer. But continuing on, Omar made the comments during an interview with MSNBC anchor on Tuesday, during which the Congresswoman defended Democratic efforts to impeach the president, accusing him of rousing a mob of his supporters to storm the U.S. Capitol last week. Now, obviously, as we're all aware, he in no way was responsible for the storming or the rioting at the Capitol. That was not Trump's doing, but they're going to pin it on him, just like they tried to say he refused to condemn white supremacy at Charlottesville, which he did not. Continuing on, I know that some have likened the reaction that we are getting, obviously, from the president and some of, Democrats and some Republicans in Congress, to someone saying, if we were to hold a murderer or someone who has committed violence accountable, there will be more. And to me, it is really the having consequences for actions that act as a deterrent, Omar said. The point being, we need to be very clear here. We need to be clear. Is that this event, right? This event was certainly much less important than any of the riots the Democrats have been causing over the past year or a few years. And their refusal to accept that. Certainly, I as I've said in my other previous videos, and I know some of my viewers will disagree here, but I don't think that was the proper move. I disagree with the storming and rioting at the Capitol. I don't think that was acceptable. But even though I don't think it was acceptable, I think we need to put things into proportions. Freedom Tunes had a good video on this. And essentially the point he was making is this. Either side, when their side riots, they tend to accept it much more than when the other side riots. And that is just such a clear, I would say, favoritism here. Because morals hold true irregardless of who is committing the crime. And if they don't, then you have a problem, because that indicates favoritism. But anyways, I think the important thing we need to take away from this is that Trump did not cause this, and in no way should he be compared to a murderer. But anyways, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.